Hey guys, welcome to the first recap of The Amazing Race. Sorry this is a little bit late, but my DVR crapped out. Alright, so they're in Santa Barbara, California. That's where the race starts. They're all on bikes at the beginning when they introduce the teams because apparently Phil is a biking enthusiast. So there's 11 teams this season, and if you want a preview on the teams a little bit more in depth, watch the video before this one, the Amazing Race preview. Otherwise, let's begin. My class, begin. Alright, so they're starting in a field of a winery. There's 100 little hot air balloons, and they each, well, only 11 have clues in them. So they have to pull them down and see which ones have a clue in the little basket. Bopper and Mark and Misa and Maya were the last ones looking for clues, and it ended up to be Misa and Maya were the last ones to leave there. So they were already at a disadvantage. They found out that they had to fly to Santa Barbara. But wait, aren't they in Santa Barbara? Santa Barbara, Argentina. As if. Okay, the full instructions were in the cars. This beautiful Ford car. Product placement, hello, and they had little TV screens in there and Phil explained everything. So, Mark of Mark and Bopper does not like to ride in the back seat of cars, and he had to stick his head out the window and throw up. But that wasn't the funny part. The funny part was when Bopper was like, we are on The Amazing Race. If you got pee in your pants, you pee in your pants if you have to. So this guy is full of so much deliciousness, comedic deliciousness. I can't even stand it. I think I'm gonna throw up. Alright, so there was apparently a connecting flight and only 6 people got on the earlier flight, or 6 teams actually. That would be Brandon and Rachel, the twins, Nary and Jamie, Art and JJ, Rachel and Dave, and Vanessa and Ralph. Then when they got there, they drove to the Aerodome, which they found out was an airport. And it's a roadblock. One person skydives and the other person drives to the drop-off point and picks them up. So the Border Patrol dude and Team Military, you know, Rachel and, is it Rachel and Dave? I think so. They're helping each other because that's what happens in real life. The military and the Border Patrol are like this. So JJ from the Border Patrol pretty much crapped his pants when he jumped out of the airplane. He was pretty scared. And Rachel, well, she didn't freak out as much as I thought she was going to, just a little bit. But she was like, Brandon, this is amazing. She's not that annoying, just a little bit. When they showed the shot of the ground from the plane that they were jumping out of, I almost crapped my pants. That was like almost unrecognizable. I don't know how they find that little X when they're like a zillion feet up in the air. Alright, and I thought it was kind of funny that the camera dude jumped out too, because it was like the tandem guy and then the camera guy too. It was pretty cool. As long as I didn't have to do it. Stacy was majorly freaking out. She was the last one to jump with her group, and she was like ready to back out, but then she thought, well, I don't want my kids to see them a quitter, so I have to do this for them. Alright, and Danny, Mr. Team Guido there, he had some trouble driving stick, so it took him a while to get to the drop-off point. Hello, if you're going to be on The Amazing Race, they freaking drive stick, so you should probably practice. And poor Maya. I'm telling you, this team was like bad luck from the word go. She got her car stuck in the sand, and she had to wait for some kind-hearted person to come along and tow her car out of it. That sucks. Did you see some of the rough landings too? There were some pretty rough landings there, but no face plants, damn it. Alright, so after the skydiving, they had to drive to a cafe, which had awesome dancers, and the costumes were so hot. I freaking love them. It was a make-your-own empanada contest. You had to make 60 meat and 60 cheese empanadas. And they are crimped differently, and you had to crimp them exactly the way they should be crimped. Otherwise, the empanada Nazi said no. All right, so the border agents were having a little bit of trouble. Nobody was really having a lot of trouble. Everybody was having a little bit of trouble. But the girl dancers were laughing at the Guidos. And I don't even think it was because of how they made the empanadas. They were just dumb looking. All right, so like I said before, Bopper thought they were piñatas. Or did I say that? I can't even remember. Anywho, the pit stop. Rachel and Dave got the express pass because they came in first. Blech. I was really hoping that Brendan and Rachel were going to come in because I think they really deserved it, but they didn't. They came in second. Then Art and JJ, Nary and Jamie, Vanessa and Ralph, Elliot and Andrew, Kerry and Stacy, Dave and Sherry, and Mark and Bopper. So it came down for the bottom spot between the Guidos and Misa and Maya. All right, the girls actually finished making their empanadas first, and they went running out to find Phil and ran into the field where Phil was, and Phil could see them. But apparently they couldn't see Phil, which I thought was extremely weird. But the girls went running out, and the guys, the dumb Guidos, had finished making the empanadas and ran out and snuck in there. So the girls were eliminated because they freaking need glasses. I can't believe they lost, and neither could Phil. Phil was like, this has never happened before. You are the first two losers that this has ever happened to. So I really feel bad for them because, I mean, it was a really, they should have won. They should have still been in the race, but to lose out to the Guidos. All right, so this season upcoming on The Amazing Race, Exotic Destinations, there's going to be some fights. There's going to be some wipeouts. There's going to be some tears. And there's going to be Brandon. So kids, till next week, much love.